Derek, it is Tuesday, and we found ourselves to a new part of Kearney.
It's already Tuesday. That's what's kind of crazy, right? Long weekend as we're shooting this, recording this on day after Memorial Day.
That's right.
So long weekend.
Whew. No speeding tickets.
No speeding tickets. Well, hey, yes, we have made it to a new part of Kearney, and we are sitting in the Lightbox. And I found out the Lightbox they're almost coming up on their year anniversary here. So we're basically in the heart and soul of Kearney, Nebraska. Right on the corner here of 2nd Avenue, Highway 30, the Lincoln Highway going by. So lots of history in this building. So girls, this is quite the space. We're excited to be here, learn more about your business today. Well, first and foremost, why don't you guys give us just a little bit of background on each of you? And Kenzie, if you want to start.
Yeah. So I'm Kenzie. I grew up in a tiny town called Silver Creek, and then came to UNK for multiple degrees and just stayed here. Yeah, ever since. So it was one of those things that happens with a lot of college students that they just start to fall in love with Kearney and then they stay here and make it home. And that was me. So I've been doing photography for, it might be 10 years this year now. And that's kind of part of the piece of this space, the Lightbox, is having that photography background. So, but on the side, I'm a therapist and then help run this place too. So lots of cool stuff.
You're like your own Renaissance woman.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Brooke?
Yeah, I grew up in North Platte, so 90 miles west. Moved here for Kearney also. I had a scholarship to UNK. And then I just wanted to stay too. I was like set on staying. And I went to hygiene school, so I'm a dental hygienist too. I did photography starting in 2013, high school deal class they offered. And I was like, yep, sounds like something I want to do. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. I took my sister's senior photos, was my very first photo shoot. And then I took weddings that I probably shouldn't have shot, but I did. And then it got kind of busy while I was in college, and it kind of funded my way through hygiene school, which was in Hastings. And then, so I do photography still. I'm a dental hygienist 2 days a week, and then I run this place as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
A little behind the scenes.
That's awesome. For those that don't know, the Make a Move podcast, that's like exactly the type of people we love to feature. So like you're out there, you're going to school, you're doing your thing, but then you've got this other thing and you're tapping into it to pay your way, and you don't have to quit your day job to pursue your dreams. You can do both. It just takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I love that.
Well, and the struggling artist is a real thing. Right? And so as photography, I'm a washed up artist myself. I was actually painting a mural in Cambridge this last weekend and with my nonprofit. And yeah, it's like a hobby. And a hobby that I neglect, but you guys don't neglect this because you guys have said, "Hey, we're gonna make this happen." Yeah. And so, tell us a little bit about the Lightbox. So, obviously, anyone can come in here, get a membership, and kind of just do their own photo shoot, and you don't have to rely on, Mother Nature, which isn't great in Nebraska usually to get a perfect day to shoot outside, which I know a lot of photographers probably attempt to do and try to do, but you've created a space indoors for them. So how did this come about? How does something like this happen?
It's a fun story for us because it was a joke for a little bit. When we became friends, we talked about we should open a studio, and it was like, haha, LOL.
Yes.
And then we started to look at places, and it's fun looking back where we were looking to do a studio. It was almost like, how are we going to do it in that tiny little shack? We don't know, but we stumbled on this place. But it really started just as that idea, and rental studios, these shared spaces, really started to pick up in like Lincoln and Omaha, but there was nothing out west. There's nothing out this direction, and I do think Kearney's like the heart a little bit of getting a little bit more west of Nebraska. So we're like, we need to open this spot, and saw rental sign here. We actually looked at the space across the hallway, and then eyes were open to a bigger space over here, and all of a sudden we were doing it. And then right away signed that lease probably about a month later, and started construction right away. But it is that spot where anyone if it needs to be a small rental space, you can come in and use it as you please. But it is allotted for those creatives too, to come in when the weather isn't great, when it's cold outside, to continue running their businesses. Because a lot of times photographers, videographers, whoever may it be, when winter hits, that's our off season, and it can be kind of hard. But now, at least, if you need to pick up a session here or two, you can come in here, move stuff around, rent it via the website, sign the contract, we're in agreement there, and then use the spaces you need. So it's really, really cool to have be able to see everybody, all the different things they've done in here. We've had like the Buckle come in for some sessions, which was really cool to see a large corporation also use it, but then even down to beginning photographers who are just starting out and need a space to practice. It's really awesome having a variety.
That is cool. I like how jokes come to fruition, right, Riley? Hey, let's start a podcast.
Right.
When should we do that? Yeah. Tuesday. Yep. It was like the next day.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. So I think it's awesome that you guys said, hey, there's a need, obviously, and you guys have a passion for photography yourselves, and you fulfilled that. What about you guys individually? I mean, you guys are both photographers and have that creative too. What's your favorite either like subject or event? What do you guys enjoy doing?
We both do a lot of weddings. That's kind of our wheelhouse, and then we always pick up some family sessions. Newborns. A lot of the families are usually clients that we shot their wedding, and so they're now having their own family. But seniors, graduating seniors. Mm-hmm. We just recently partnered with Hello Beautiful, so we'll be their kind of main photographer for all their new stuff. So we're pretty pumped about that too.
So we love the gals down at Hello Beautiful. Megan, Jenna, and so they're awesome.
Yeah, they are great.
Awesome. Megan was actually one of my bosses at the chamber, so she was a board member. No, that's cool. So who's the baby whisperer then? If you're doing newborns, I mean, that can be a chore sometimes. Are you both really good at like getting them calmed down and
I just think
hit or miss?
Babies are different, but what's coming to my head is the daycare photos that we do. That's when it's like hours back to back of like all the noises, and one of us is trying to take the photo, the other one is going
after
crazy.
the day. Are you just like exhausted?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you just got to be on and like you got to be so much energy for these kids, right? And you're like, you get done, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know how daycare providers do that all day, every day, because we do it, I think it was 6 hours maybe, and we were like, we need a whole day break from this because it was a lot. I think people get confused because we do take pictures as the Lightbox, but we also do mostly our own. So a lot of people approach the Lightbox, can you guys do this for us? And we always are willing, but a lot of times we do like our own shoots. Mm-hmm. So a newborn session is hers, a newborn session is mine. You know, we usually shoot separately because we have our own businesses, but we have been picking up more collaborative things with people that are wanting that too. So,
have you guys ever done like some collaboration where you both photograph the same event, like a wedding, for instance, or anything?
Oh yeah, lots of weddings. It's very common to have, whether they book through me or through her, then to add on a second shooter, and it's just really easy when you know kind of how each other works and whatnot, and trust that they're going to get what they need to. So yeah, lots of weddings is big time collab.
That's kind of how it started. Our relationship was. She could tell you how we met because I can't necessarily say. Oh,
confidentiality. I love it. Good job. I was a patient for her dental hygiene, and then it was like, oh yeah, I do photography. If you need a second shooter.
Like, what are we getting some really good insert knowledge?
That's crazy, but I'll get in trouble.
I had the edit button on.
No.
Okay, good.
It's that confidentiality. I have to say.
Yeah, right.
So.
She saw me there. Yeah. And then I think honestly, it was pretty quick after. I was like, I actually need a couple second shooters because at that time I was doing quite a few weddings, and she was like, okay. And then, it just really kind of went from there. And I don't think I've shot for her yet. Mm-hmm. No, I haven't shot for her yet. But that's when we started hanging out. And then we were looking at all these places and we're like, what if we did that? And we would like drive by a place and we'd be like, like whatever, never. And honestly, we did give up because we looked at physically, I think we looked at 6 places, and then like through ads and stuff, probably looked at 10, maybe 12. And we're like, we're done. We were so spent. Our dream space was taken downtown, which is okay. We're super happy for them. But we were like, this is it. This is the place. And then they're like, it's already been spoken for. And we're like, dang it. So then we gave up, I think a month, maybe. It was February. Mm-hmm. So it was a whole year, actually. was a whole year later until we found this
I didn't even
place.
remember because I just looked back and I'm like,
It was February because it was February of 2021. And that was kind of our last. We're like, well, let's just sit on it. The Lord has said no, not yet, and maybe never. So then I don't know, I was driving out of town one day and I was like, there's a for rent sign on this building that has a bunch of windows, is what I think I said to her. And she was like, okay, let's check it out. And I think we both were like, this will be the last one. Like, we can't keep, going places, because we'd go somewhere, it'd be a beautiful space, and then we're like, oh, this is like $2,100 a month or something. And we're like, can't do that. So this just worked out so good. It's been a blessing.
That's awesome. I mean, there's a plan, right? And so, like, one door shuts, right? Another one potentially opens, and you guys stuck together and had some persistence. That's what we love about our Kearney business community is we're resilient, and lots of things going on nowadays. Obviously, you guys have seen a lot of that through in the photography business, I can assume, with COVID and the pandemic, and I don't know. Do you guys deal with like supply chain issues in the photography business at all? Like, probably not, right? At least you guys are pretty
not really
in-house there. So,
no, I think it affected weddings. Yeah.
So just getting things. Well, awesome. Well, Riley, anything else?
No, I'm totally amped now to start my Tuesday.
Hey,
a great story of ambition and try hard. Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Well, ladies, thank you so much. The Lightbox. If you have not been down to Lightbox, I would highly encourage you to come down here. And any photographer, but even just an individual, if you're looking for just a cool, different kind of vibe, you've got it here in Kearney, Nebraska for sure. We've got about everything. And so, but we didn't have this until about a year ago. So now you guys have fulfilled this need. So thank you so much. Great getting to know you guys.
Yeah,
and
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Best of luck. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Riley here. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Make a Move podcast. For more content, check us out on all major social media platforms and makeamovepodcast.com. Until next time, get off your butt and make a move.